Slide! This is Mr. Samsa. He would normally greet Gregor in his dressing gown, sitting in his armchair when he returned home in the morning. He wasn't fully capable of standing up and merely raised his arms as a greeting. Slide! This is little Greta. Slide! 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 Lots of photos of her.
Gregor had a secret plan for little Greta. He was saving up specially for his little sister. The secret plan was to send her to study music at the conservatoire. Music college. Oh.
It would be very expensive and would demand great sacrifices.
But Greta loved music very much, and she could play it quite charmingly. She was become a great musician.
Far too expensive.
But Gregor had gone through the figures and thought that with stripping and saving he would soon be able to pay for her to study there. It was possible, just possible, and he was going to break news to her on Christmas Eve. Now, Christmas was fast approaching, so he best save fast. No time to lose!
Gregor? It's 7:15. Don't you want to be on your way?
Yes! Gregor was startled when he heard his voice answering. Yes! It was clearly and unmistakably his earlier voice, but it was intermingled. Thank you! With a painful spluttering. Mother?
Gregor, you're going to be late.
A painful spluttering, which left the word getting up only in the first part. Right away! And distorted them in the reverberation. So one did not know if one had heard him correctly.
Gregor? Gregor, what's going on?
Gregor, are you alright? Do you need anything?
I'll be ready right away.
Gregor, open the door, I beg you.
Gregor had no intention of opening the door. In fact, it was locked. Gregor always locked doors. A habit acquired from travelling and staying in second-rate boarding houses. All he wanted was to stand up quietly and undisturbed. Get dressed. But above all, have breakfast. But first, he had to move! But it was difficult because it was so unusually hot! He needed arms and hands up. Push himself upright.
Instead of these, however, he had very small limbs.
Very small limbs, which were incessantly moving with very different motions, and which, in addition, he was unable to control. But
I must not stay in bed uselessly. I'm not actually useless.
he finally hurled himself forward with all his force and tumbled to the floor. The violent pain he felt revealed to him that the lower part of his body was at the moment probably the most sensitive.
But before the clock strikes 7:15, whatever happens, I must be completely out of bed. There's someone from the office! Gregor had the misfortune of working for a firm where lateness was not tolerated ever. His boss would surely send someone around from the office to complain about Gregor, making him out to be lazy and unwilling to work, which Gregor knew was not true, because all he ever did was work, and never went out or went to parties or had time for relationships. But when he was at work, he was a creature of the bosses, spineless and stupid.
Samsa. I'm here to inquire where your son is. What's going on?
He isn't well. He isn't well. Believe me, Madam. What other reason could there be for Gregor missing a train?
Gregor, your manager's here.
Gregor, your manager's here, and she's wondering why you didn't get on the early train, and we don't know what we should tell her. She wants to speak to you personally, and I'm sure she'll forgive the mess in your room. Gregor thinks about nothing but business. I'm almost angry that he never goes out at night. No girlfriends, no dancing, nothing. He sits here with us and quietly reads the newspaper or studies the train timetable.
I'm coming right away!
My dear lady, I hope there's nothing serious. Although, I must say that most successful businessmen have a slight indisposition for professional reasons. Gregor, can your manager come in and see you now?
No.
Mr. Samsa, you are barricading yourself there in your room, making serious and unnecessary trouble for your parents, and neglecting your commercial duties in a truly unheard of manner. I am speaking here in the name of your parents and as your employer, and I am requesting you in all seriousness for a clear and immediate explanation of your behaviour. I am amazed. You're barricading yourself there. Normally you're quite a calm, reasonable person. But now you want to be riding around in weird moods?
No.
Chief Clerk came to me early this very day with a possible explanation for your behaviour. It concerns some cash that was trusted to you a short while ago, which went missing. And also, Mrs. Samsa, your productivity just lately has been very unsatisfactory, and such a thing shall not be permitted.
But sir, I'm opening the door immediately, this very moment. A slight indisposition, a spell, has prevented me from getting up. Things are not yet going as well as I thought, but things are all right with me.
Did you hear that? He's playing the fool.
I will come to the office in person right away. Please don't wait for me. Go back to work.
That was no human voice.
Perhaps he's very sick, and we're making it worse. Greta, Mother, you must go to the doctor right away. Gregor is sick. Hurry.
Gregor pushed himself towards the door, threw himself against it, held himself upright. The balls of his feet had a little sticky stuff on them. He rested there momentarily from his excursion. He then started to turn the key in the lock with his mouth, with a strong jaw. Unfortunately, it seemed that Gregor had no real teeth, for he seemed to be inflicting some pain on himself, for a brown fluid trickled out of his mouth, flowed over the key, and dripped onto the floor.
He's turning the key.
The door opened.
The Samsa's apartment. Countless breakfast dishes are standing piled around on the table. There are various chairs of various types, and on the opposite wall hangs a photograph of Gregor from his time in the military service, smiling and worry-free, with his hand on his sword, demanding respect from the viewer. The door to the hall is open, and one can see out into the landing of the apartment, and the staircase going down. And and on the window, the patter of continuous rain.